We begin with the latest from India. The world's largest democracy is celebrating its 79th Independence Day. To mark the occasion, as is the tradition, Prime Minister Narendra Modi addressed the nation from the ramparts of the historic Red Fort in New Delhi. He did not just deliver a ceremonial speech. He fired off a national to-do list with a side of warning shots. First up, Pakistan. Prime Minister Modi's message: blood and water cannot flow together. A reference to the India-Pakistan Indus Water Treaty, which New Delhi put in abeyance in response to the Pahalgam terror attack. Prime Minister Modi said that rivers on the Indian side should not feed the fields of the country's enemies. Once again, the Indian Prime Minister made it clear that terrorists and their backers will be treated as one, as New Delhi is firm that it won't bow to any nuclear blackmail.
भारत ने तय कर लिया है, खून और पानी एक साथ नहीं बहेंगे.
The next highlight was Operation Sindoor, India's response to Pakistan-sponsored Pahalgam terror attack. Prime Minister Modi said the success of Operation Sindoor stems from the homemade weapon systems. Now this, Prime Minister Modi added, was India's self-reliance in action. The results? Terror camps destroyed across the border and new rules of deterrence put in place.
सैकड़ों किलोमीटर दुश्मन की धरती पर घुस करके आतंकी हेडक्वार्टर्स को मिट्टी में मिला दिया. पाकिस्तान में हुई तबाही इतनी बड़ी है कि रोज नए नए खुलासे हो रहे हैं, नई नई जानकारियां आ रही.
Prime Minister Modi also announced the Sudarshan Chakra mission, a decade-long plan to build an aerial shield with precision counter-strikes. Prime Minister Modi's message was clear: if the enemy blinks, India will hit back many times over.
आने वाले 10 साल 2035 तक मैं ये राष्ट्रीय सुरक्षा कवच का विस्तार करना चाहता हूं, मजबूती देना चाहता हूं, आधुनिक बनाना चाहता हूं. और इसलिए भगवान श्री कृष्ण से प्रेरणा पाकर के हमने श्री कृष्ण का जो सुदर्शन चक्र था, उस सुदर्शन चक्र की राह को चुना है. अब देश सुदर्शन चक्र मिशन लॉन्च करेगा.
Then the chips came out. Semiconductors, the tiny material that powers almost every modern device, from a smartphone to space rockets. Prime Minister Modi said his government is reviving the semiconductor development with utmost urgency. He announced that by the end of 2025, India's own chips will hit the market.
इसी वर्ष के अंत तक मेड इन इंडिया, भारत की बनी हुई, भारत में बनी हुई, भारत के लोगों द्वारा बनी हुई मेड इन इंडिया चिप्स बाजार में आ जाएगी.
Prime Minister Modi linked the semiconductor push to India's wider goal of becoming self-reliant in energy. With an expedited push for clean energy mediums, the Indian Prime Minister underlined that the world's most populous nation has already hit its 2030 renewable energy targets. Prime Minister Modi also announced the National Deepwater Exploration Mission. He described this as a mission to churn the ocean for deep-sea oil and gas exploration. Its goal? To become self-sufficient in energy needs. Now, Prime Minister Modi also underlined that India is opening up to the nuclear energy. Private sector can now invest in the sector, from mining, importing and processing uranium. Its goal is to increase nuclear energy capacity 12-fold by the year 2047, when India will celebrate its 100th Independence Day. The message? Energy independence is not just a slogan, but a solid policy framework. Finally, space. Prime Minister Modi said that Group Captain Sudarshan Chakra, back from the International Space Station, will land in India soon. Prime Minister Modi updated the nation that the human spaceflight Gaganyaan mission is on track. A made-in-India space station is also in the works. And over 300 startups, thousands of young innovators are pushing the boundaries of space tech. Prime Minister Modi added, this is the strength of the country's youth. And if there was a subtext here, it was that for India's space ambitions, the sky is not the limit.
इस सेक्टर का कमाल तो हर देशवासी देख रहा, गर्व से भर जा रहा। और हमारे ग्रुप कैप्टन शुभांशु शुक्ला स्पेस स्टेशन से लौट चुके हैं और आने वाले कुछ दिनों में वो भारत भी आ रहे हैं। हम स्पेस में भी अपने दम पर आत्मनिर्भर भारत गगनयान की तैयारी कर रहे हैं। हम अपने बलबूते पर हमारा अपना स्पेस स्टेशन बनाने की दिशा में हम काम कर रहे हैं। और पिछले दिनों स्पेस में जो रिफॉर्म किए गए, मुझे बहुत गर्व हो रहा है। मेरे देश के 300 से ज्यादा स्टार्टअप्स आप सिर्फ और सिर्फ स्पेस सेक्टर में काम कर रहे हैं और उन 300 स्टार्टअप में हजारों नौजवान पूरे सामर्थ्य के साथ जुटे हैं। ये है मेरे देश के नौजवानों की ताकत और ये है हमारे देश के नौजवानों के प्रति विश्वास।
So, on Independence Day, the Prime Minister's speech was a mix of messages on India's growing defence prowess and efforts of nation building and future mapping. From warning Pakistan to wiring up the future, from deep sea to deep space, Prime Minister Modi's message was clear. India is not waiting for the world, but building the world it wants.
Firstpost now available in 9 languages on YouTube. English,
Stands at $36 trillion.
French,
Le FMI, comme
German,
Geschäftsführenden Direktor,
Hindi,
$30 trillion ka karj mo.
Indonesian,
Pemerintah tanpa pemeriksaan.
Italian,
Kali radikali.
Japanese,
4 兆ドル以上も
Portuguese,
por causa do próprio balanço patrimonial.
Spanish.
Beautiful bill.
Go to Settings, click on Audio Track and select the language of your choice. Be the first to know what's happening around you in your first language. Firstpost.